Hello, friends. My name is Kaylee, and I'm really joyed and honored to be here and share a really juicy and low to the ground practice today. So, you're not going to need much besides one blanket. So, go ahead and grab yourself that, and let's begin that. So, go ahead and grab for a throw blanket, something like this, and unravel it to about this size. You can always grab a nice thick beach towel as well. So I want you to unravel it and roll it up then into a little burrito. So you might even imagine your favorite burrito spot or one that you like to make. Extra guacamole, all the veggies, good rice. Place that burrito top of your mat, leaving about a foot though behind it. We're going to lower down and rest our shoulder blades right onto the blanket. All right, so mid to upper back, enough space for the head to rest down on the ground. All right, so the blanket should be beneath the armpits, beneath the shoulders, and you can start to open up the arms to the sides. All right, and you can either choose, keep your feet planted here, perhaps the knees support one another in the center. Or if you want, heel toe the feet together to touch, soles of the feet kiss, knees separate out wide. And if any of those don't feel good in the legs, perhaps you try to stretch your legs all the way out to the edges of your mat and just kind of take up some space. So you choose whatever feels right for your body, something that feels comfortable, supportive. We're just going to let the body rest and be. And just start to trust in yourself, trust in me, and close your eyes. Beginning to tap into the breath. Letting yourself wind down from whatever day you've had so far. Really beginning to give yourself this permission, because sometimes we do need to kind of mentally give ourselves permission to take the time to rest. We live in the world, or culture at least, that is made to go, made to run races, or who can get the fastest, and we all want to achieve all the things. We've got never-ending piles of laundry and to-do lists. We can probably come up with a million things to do, or a million reasons why we don't have time to rest. But trust me, your rest needs you. Your body needs time to recalibrate consciously. If you're feeling scattered, that's okay. Just let the mind take a moment. It takes a little time sometimes to settle in. So whatever thoughts you're bringing into the practice, that's okay. Just simply notice what they are. But just not lingering on anything for too long. Let your thoughts keep passing on by. And really letting yourself come to the comforts of your breath. Giving yourself the permission to be fully here can give your mind some time to trust in you that this is the right thing to do. And we'll start to deepen our breath a little bit. So as you inhale next, really filling up into your belly, feel the lungs inflate. Nice slow exhale, either out the nose or the mouth. Relax your low back and your hips really heavy on the mat. This time breathing into your ribs. Stretch all across the midline of the body. And exhale, relaxing your mid-back on the blanket, softening in the ribs. This time as you breathe into the heart, feel yourself rise and expand just a little bit. And exhale, relaxing your shoulders, your jaw, your neck. Breathing in the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. And then just let your breath be natural from here. In and out of your nose. Beginning to come back to the sensations of your body. You're starting to wiggle around the thumb on your fingertips, wiggling around your toes. And wherever your legs are, you can support your thighs to close back in, stamp your feet. And however you want to, you can either maneuver the towel or your blanket away from here, or perhaps roll over to one side really softly and just draw the blanket out of the way as you release onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Okay, so after that arching, after that opening in the front of the heart, feel the back of your heart here release down. The whole spine is heavy on the mat. Rock it side to side. Awesome. Just feeling the sensations that have come across into the body. And then keep your left knee hugging in towards the chest. Go ahead and stretch the right leg all the way back down. Beautiful. Give it a little squeeze, your thigh up towards the rib cage. And if you have that pillow, or that blanket, grab it and bring it over to the right side of your mat. So over to this side. Okay, so we're going to take a supine twist from here. So go ahead, you might bend the right knee a little bit, plant the right foot, and just bump the hips over to the left. Then let the right leg stretch as you bring the left knee over the body. And then perhaps you place the shin from the heel to the knee onto the blanket, right? And if you have more pillows and want more support, you can kind of layer it up. You can also fold the blanket up in half and double it up. Yeah, and then just let the chest be open here. So the left arm is going to glide, reach off to the side. Then I like to bring my right hand over towards the left thigh and give it a gentle massage from the glute to the outer hip to the knee. And either letting your hand rest there for the twist, or it can also take up space on the side as well. Perhaps your chin wants to drop over towards the left shoulder to deepen your spinal twist. Feeling supported, grounded into the mat, but also starting to get a little light to the ribs, through the outer left hip. Really just notice where you're breathing right now in your body. You're breathing more in the belly, the ribs, or in the upper half of the torso. Trying to bring your breath as low as you can into the belly so that we can really activate our parasympathetic nervous system. When we breathe into our belly, we can breathe into this space of rest and digest. Whereas when we do a lot more breathing in the upper half of the torso, that's usually when we're feeling stressed and anxious. Take a couple more breaths here, letting something go. One more smooth inhale and exhale. Bring the back of your head onto the mat and slowly draw the left knee in. Both knees into center. Give yourself a little squeeze between sides. And just become aware of how the left side of your body might feel a little bit more awake than the right. More sensation, more activity. And then bring your blanket, bring your burrito over to the left side of the mat. Keep the right knee in, stretch the other heel all the way out long. Give yourself a little squeeze here, breathing in. Hug your knee across over to the left, supine twist. Let the hips begin to stack. Placing the bottom part of the right leg onto your burrito. Let the right shoulder become heavy towards the ground. Reach your right arm off to the side. Left hand can do a nice little glide down the outside of the right thigh. Easy twist. Breathe into the heart. Breathe out to the twist. Flowing with your breath here, in and out of your nose. Perhaps dropping your chin over to the right shoulder. See how that feels for the neck. And if your mind is still running and racing, don't get hard on yourself. Just let yourself be as you are. And take some time to train the mind into stillness. It doesn't matter if this practice is new to you or if you've been here a while. The mind is going to do what it wants to do. But it's up to you to decide what to linger on, what to focus on. Would you rather be thinking about your job, your tasks, your stress? Or would you rather focus on the way your breath brings you life in this moment? The way your body feels as you wring out whatever's not serving you here. Only focusing on what feels good and leaving what doesn't. Take another breath in and out. Releasing your head neutral on the mat. And then slowly start to draw the right knee in. Bump your hips to the middle. Hug the left thigh. And give yourself a squeeze. Place your feet on the mat. Grab your blanket. Roll it horizontally underneath your hips, so right beneath your sacrum, the flattest part of your spine. And either staying here from a bridge pose, arms rest at your side, chest stays open, or begin to bring your right leg towards the sky and then your left. Right, so make sure your lowest back, your sacrum feels supported. Just letting your legs dangle around in space. If the hamstrings are really tight here, knees can be bent. Really turning on and connecting to your parasympathetic nervous system. Right? So really letting yourself rest and be at ease here. Breathing well into your belly. All the way down into your low back. Just continuing to be heavy, to be soft. Now you can totally stay here as you are. I'm going to be here about another minute. Or if you want to bring it into snail pose or plow pose, you can bring your arms a little closer towards the side or place them onto the blanket. As you send the toes overhead, you might need to kind of roll into the core a little bit. Bring the legs all the way overhead. Stretch through the back body. Oh. Make sure you feel supported here in your neck. All right, don't do this if there's any complications in your spine. Stay as you are with the legs up towards the sky if that's what feels right today. And if you've got your legs behind you, Maybe the hands support your low back or stay at your sides. Keep your chin into center the whole time. Continue to breathe into your belly. And then with such sweetness and control, maybe the palms to your low back to support your hips all the way back towards the blanket. Nice and easy with control. There you go, legs to the sky, breathe in. Bending the knees super slowly. Place one foot to the ground and then the other. Lift your hips. Slide your burrito to the side. Hips down. Heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat. Knees knock in. And bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Let yourself receive whatever is showing up for you here. Just taking note of the sensations and the way your body feels in this moment in time. Take a big breath into your belly and into your heart. Big, soft breath out. Let it go. Wiggle your feet over to the left and your hips, or to the right rather, and let yourself roll over to the left side. Cradle your head into the left bicep and forearm. Moving really slowly, press into the right hand up to a seat. As you really want to take your time here, move with such sweetness and grace. Bringing your head above your heart and the heart above your pelvis. Feel what you feel. Beautiful. Let's flutter the eyelids open. Let's take our time to get to tabletop, so hands and knees. Bringing your palms to the earth, knees and shins to the mat. Okay, so we're going to take puppy pose or melting pose here. Option to use your hands or your elbows onto the blanket. So I'll demonstrate for you here. It can look a couple different ways. You can either keep your palms on the blanket, walk your knees back. You might need to scooch the blanket forward. And then the forehead goes down in the direction of the mat. You get this big stretch through the side body. So you can take that, or maybe you roll the burrito a little bit closer towards the body so that you lower the elbows down and bring your hands to prayer behind the head, and you get a little bit more targeted into the triceps here. Thumbs towards the base of your neck. And if neither one of those is feeling hot today, then just take it back to a child's pose or an embryo pose. Listen to wherever your body wants to go, honoring where you are today, making sure you feel safe, supported, and comfortable so that the breath moves in and out with such sweetness, such space. Take a few more breaths wherever you are. One more inhale and an exhale. Begin to make your way slowly back to tabletop for a moment. Roll the burrito underneath the body. Pressing into a cat spine, rounding out through the upper back, mid back, and low back. Take a full inhale here and an exhale. Beautiful. All right, back to neutral spine, my friends. Now, keeping that burrito laying horizontally on the mat, we're going to lower it down to kind of the belly and the ribs. So listen here, we're going to walk the forearms to the mat, slide the legs out long, and placing your ribs right onto the blanket. So we have a little support here in our Sphinx pose. If it's compressing too much in your belly, you might try to roll it forward a little bit so that it's kind of nestling comfortably right under the ribs. Get this hair out of the way. Okay, so setting yourself up, take some time. Legs are stretching out long behind you. And then shoulders align right above the elbows. Get yourself a little check-in here. Forearms create the lucky number 11, palms to the mat. Then bring your gaze up. Close your eyes. Let your shoulder blades and your traps soften and relax. Full breath in, full breath out. Maybe beginning to drop your head in towards your chest. Let yourself release any tension that you're carrying in the back of the neck. Also move your head slowly side to side. Couple more breaths right here, just to get heavy. Let your mind release out into the earth. Take another inhale. And then exhale, we're going to fan the elbows out wide, stack the hands, and you're going to lower down. Blanket is still underneath the body, so it might be a little bit closer towards the ribs or towards the belly. And it's okay if it feels slightly uncomfortable. If there's a little discomfort, that's because you're putting pressure right onto your organs, right in those right into those digestive organs. So let yourself breathe here. And should have said this earlier, but goes without saying, if you're pregnant, probably not the best to be doing this right now, or Sphinx pose at the moment. So take a child's pose. Always listen to your body first and foremost. And so as you breathe here, really relaxing out all across your low back. All across the mid-back. Just bring your palms by your side, pressing up through all fours. And then walk your knees together. Tops of the feet release. We're going to sit back to embryo pose. Either your forehead can utilize the burrito or rest your forehead all the way down to the mat. Arms at your side, palms up towards the sky. Let your shoulders cave in here. Feel the space come across the back of your heart and all across the back of your spine. Going inward, feeling inward. Can you get even heavier, even more relaxed? Easing your jaw. And then fingertips slide at your side. Roll up towards the seat, super slow. Bring your hips to one side and just coming to take a seat onto your mat. Feel free to sit onto your burrito so that we can sit up nice and tall. Keeping the eyes closed. Notice how your body feels. All the ways that you've moved around today. Opened up the spine. And really found that sweet place for rest and relaxation, not just for your body, but for your mind and heart as well. So even though sometimes it takes a little while for the mind to get there, and it's never going to be perfect, it shouldn't be. But let yourself, take this time when you need it to give yourself the permission, put it into your calendar, to give every part of you, body, mind, and spirit, the time to recharge, to recalibrate, and rebalance back to the center, this place that aligns and feels really good just for you. Letting your body be at ease and your breath be smooth. Bring your palms together in front of your heart as you honor the time that you took today. And really find gratitude for the space that you've made, body, mind, and heart. We'll take one more cleansing breath in. Big breath out. From my heart to yours, namaste.